episode of Ask 360, where we're answering all your questions related to health, fitness, training, injury, rehab, and nutrition. Today's question comes from Karsten. So Karsten says, I have had back pain for a long time. Should I change to a standing desk? So I guess this sort of opens up a discussion around standing desks and whether we think they're of any value. Whether it is recommended for someone with back pain, as with everything in healthcare, that depends. In terms of standing desks being beneficial, I definitely think that introducing or increasing the amount of standing in your workday definitely has some benefits. We know from a study from Stamatakis et al. In 2019 that replacing an hour of sitting with an hour of standing decreases all-cause mortality by 3%. So there's definitely value, not only from an orthopedic perspective, but also from a general health perspective in increasing our standing. However, as with anything, the dose makes the poison. So we can certainly overdo this. If we have been sitting for 10, 12 hours a day for the last 20 years, and we all of a sudden change to a standing desk and spend all our time standing, then that's a pretty big adjustment for the whole body and for especially those areas of the body that are sensitive to changes in position, such as the lower back, to go through. So if we are going to make that change, it needs to be done gradually. And so ideally, we would have an adjustable desk and perhaps start with 30 minutes for the first day and gradually progress up to, let's say, 3 or 4 hours of total standing time. So ideally, we want to alternate that time between sitting and standing. Now, in terms of back pain, not all back pain is created equally, and quite the opposite. Everyone's back pain is individual, is unique, and is going to be influenced by different factors. And there's definitely people that will do well with a standing desk and do well with greater amounts of standing, and then there's others that might not do so well. If you're someone whose back pain is aggravated by positions of flexion, so sitting, and especially sitting in a rounded sort of slouch position, if you're someone that might have what we call sort of poor muscular endurance, that finds it difficult to actually sit slightly more upright, then a standing desk might be a useful intervention and might encourage a posture that's different to the one that aggravates their back pain. We might also find individuals that have a strong psychological component to their back pain and that have really demonized the chair. And there's a lot of people that have quite a negative view on the chair and on sitting in general, and there may be factors like blame associated. So someone might blame their chair for their pain, and where those sort of factors involved, actually spending time away from the chair, away from that evil chair, may actually decrease some of those negative feelings, and by doing that, actually decrease the pain. So that's a very real factor to take into consideration. For those people, however, whose pain isn't really aggravated by sitting, who might have more pain with standing and with walking and perhaps lying down and those sort of positions, then we do need to be careful with recommending standing desks, because obviously if you have pain that's aggravated by standing, spending more time standing, certainly in the short term or short to mid-term, may actually increase symptoms. So we need to be careful with the implementation there. There's also another subgroup of people that may have pain with sitting. So for them, adopting a standing position might seem like a logical solution. However, their pain with sitting isn't actually a result of their spine being flexed or bent forward, but it's actually that they're sitting in too much of an upright posture, and they're actually creating a lot of tension in their back, and it's actually the movement in the opposite direction, the movement into extension, that's contributing to their back pain. And for those people, again, long periods of standing, especially during periods where their back pain is flared up, is probably not likely to end up well. So Again, long term, we know there's benefits to standing, and we know there's benefits to just changing position. It's not that one position is inherently bad, although it may be sensitizing for people that have pain. It's really spending time in one position that we see as problematic. So having the option of being able to stand at work and being able to sit and alternate between those two positions is differently good in just allowing us to change our position. So, Carsten, I hope that's helpful. I think in terms of your back pain, you really need to consult with a professional and actually try to find out what is causing your back pain, what positions and what movements are contributing to that, and then going from there. So certainly a standing desk may be a good option, but that really needs to be put into an overall management plan, considering all the factors that are impacting your back pain, and then implementing the standing desk as part of that overall management plan. So thanks again for your question, Carsten. And remember, if you do have any questions, please send them in, and we look forward to seeing you again on the next episode.